Okay, I started that off wrong, but anyway, damn, I ain't live streamed in like about 4 months now, but that's cool. It doesn't matter. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out a few things, get some things straight. You know what I mean? If for anyone that obviously, because nobody's here at the moment, whoever decides to watch it back, you'll see at the beginning of the video that I have a new intro. So that was one thing. I also had some music made, but it didn't turn out the way that I wanted because I wanted to use it for something. So I got to go back to the drawing board to figure something out. But yeah, updates on the channel and stuff, man. I don't know. It's in the works. I'm figuring some things out. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll get back to that at a later date. This video is something that I ran across yesterday, last night, as a matter of fact. I was sitting here just chilling and I was watching Fast, you know what I'm saying? Fast and Furious on F9. They just put it on HBO Max. And I was just sitting here and I meant to watch the video days ago, but I never got around to it. So I finally started watching some of it yesterday. Now the video that I'm referring to is a video that shows Roland Martin going on some guy named Dan Abrams' show. Okay. The video that Roland puts up on his joint is talking about how the guy basically tried to sneak attack him, you know what I'm saying, on some real some foul stuff, right? Excuse me. Okay, and I don't know what it is. I don't know, seriously, I really don't. But it was something that I saw that he said. It triggered the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, I just gotta play the part. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Oh, they added some new stuff too. Okay. Let me see. Hit the wrong thing. Share the screen. Let's see here. Here we go. Now I really only want to play the part that's aimed at what I'm trying to speak on. Like I don't need to play bits and pieces of the entire video. I don't need to do that. I just need to play a particular part. Now, the video as a whole is about a guy taking somebody else's information and misleading people with it, right? Misleading, basically, Roland put up a tweet, but it was a tweet that he was responding to. It was a quote one. I mean, everybody should know, but if you don't, it is what it is. A regular retweet is just you sharing what it is that you came across on your timeline. A quote tweet is you saying something in response to what you saw when you decide to share it and put it on your timeline. That's what he did. The guy took Roland's tweet and only showed one part of it and tried to make it seem like the one part that he was showing was oh so blasphemous. It just made no sense. This is so fucked up. That was the part that got me. So I'm gonna show you. So let's share the screen. Okay. So let's find the part. All right. Okay, here we go. Now it's two tweets, but I'm only gonna focus on one. Okay. The one I'm focusing on is the one on the screen. Here we go.
Who move forward and they have the convictions out of Minnesota.
And I think that we have a problem in this country with too few people respecting police at this
Too
point.
far ahead. Too far ahead. Let's see. Come on back.
What?
Come on back. Come on back. Let me make sure I'm at the right spot now. I don't want to. Here we go. All right. So the tweet that I'm focusing on. Let me see. Let me just go to a certain point.
For police, they want to see it.
All right. Go back. Here we go.
It was an original tweet. It wasn't a response to somebody else.
Now, That part right there is what I'm referring to. But I'm a little too far ahead, so let's go back. Okay, see, I was too far ahead. My fault. Okay, so we're not focused on every cop should be fired. No, we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on every cop should be prosecuted for murder. Okay, so let's just start from here. I think this is decent enough.
That's kind of important. Press play.
Be fired was the first one, and then the second one was every cop should be prosecuted for murder.
In response to what?
Freeze. Boom. I'm not crazy. I know I'm responding to something. So you hear me say, in response to what?
Okay, so while I'm talking about it, all right, here it is, right? So the guy, not only did he pick apart some information that Roland put out there, but he did it and then tried to lie on him about it at the same time. It was like, dude, like, really, are you that much of a dumbass? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's cool. I guess he figured Roland was dumb enough to roll with that. And then, well, I need to go double check and make sure that I didn't do something wrong. Nah, man, that's not what he was doing, though. He could have been doing that, but that's not what he was doing. I'm going to tell you exactly what he was doing. See, the guy on the show, he's the type of person who will bring somebody on his shit, and then he will lie on you and do something to make you look a certain way. We already know how that goes. Trump and his base, it don't matter what that man lies about. It don't matter what type of racist BS comes out his mouth. His people are going to chant his name to the heavens, and they are never going to stop. It don't matter what he's doing wrong. It's the same thing with this dude. He's going to bring you on. He's going to lie about something. He's going to show something that's going to mislead people because he's taking the context out of what's going on out of the situation, thinking that's going to be enough. It will be for them because they're not going to care if Roland can prove it or not. That's beside the point. I know that it's a fact, right? But anyway.
Which means I know there is context to what I was talking about. Press play.
It's not a response. It's your tweet.
Bold-faced lie. That's the lie part. The misleading part was the tweet that he cut up, right? The lie part, which to me, misleading is lying to people because you are lying to people. You're not showing them all the information. You're just showing a piece, and you're trying to make him look a certain way to the general public. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Whatever. Then he says, "All right, it's not in response to something. It's an original tweet. If you go watch his video after this or anytime, you'll see he goes over to this big screen and he shows the side, to the left side is going to be what the dude put up on the show. To the right side is going to be the entire tweet that Roland shared, what he was responding to. The guy just said you weren't responding to anything. That's a fucking lie because he showed everybody after it was over. Okay, and let's just go ahead and finish up this part. Then I can break down.
It was an original tweet. It wasn't a response to somebody else.
Freeze. It wasn't a response to someone else. Right then, I knew he was lying. You can look at my face and watch what I say. Press play.
No. What I'm saying is, it's not just like, oh, every cop should be prosecuted. If they are a police officer, I've been very clear with this. When you have
Look. Ooh, boy. He said it. Let me make one statement. Tucker Carlson has a show outside of Fox News. Last year, he had a guest on his show. The guy that was on his show literally was on the show and was making a point that black people are dumber than white people are. If it's still up, you might be able to find it. I don't know what you really need to necessarily type in to get the result, but I know what I saw because people actually were speaking on it when it took place. Does that apply to this? It has to. You want to know why it does? How in the hell are you going to bring a man on of someone's stature like Roland? That man ain't stupid. Even if you don't like the man, you know he's not dumb. So it's like, why would you bring somebody on your show that has a voice bigger than yours, that's been doing what you're doing longer than you, that has more respect than you do, Why are you going to bring somebody on a show like that and then lie to them flat out and say, no, you weren't responding to nobody. This is an original tweet. And then the guy shows everybody, yes, there was a response to something. He just didn't want to show it to everybody because he was trying to make him look bad.
Cops who purposely turn off body cameras, who turn off dash cams, gotta go. If you have cops who lie on police reports and we know after the fact that what they said was wrong, gotta go.
But again, for bad police, they don't want to see accountability for police.
That's the last part that I'm gonna focus on, because I had to think for a second, like, what is he talking about? He's saying accountability for bad cops. They don't want accountability for good ones. Has anybody ever heard of process of elimination? Right? Like on a test, multiple choice back in school, A, B, C, D, or E, right? There's only one answer. Depending on whether you actually know the information or not, if you do, you'll be able to pick the right one. You'll be able to pick the right one based on isolating, you know what I'm saying, what you feel is going to be the right answer, looking at the other ones and saying, you know what, obviously, nope, those are all wrong. Here's the right answer. You eliminate all the other ones, process of elimination, until you get the right one. That's just basically breaking down what that is. Okay? So why is this man sitting here saying, no, they just want accountability for the bad ones. They don't want accountability for the good ones. You stupid ass clown. If you sit here and you isolate, you focus on what the bad ones are doing, what does that also mean for everyone else? If you're isolating the bad ones and hitting their ass where it hurts, guess what? You're immediately emphasizing the good shit that the other ones are doing. Come on, man. You don't need no damn degree for that. Are you serious? Really? Just finish it up and then we're going to get to my part that I want to talk about and then I'll be done.
They want to see accountability for police misconduct, and that's the problem. And that's why when you say, again, and this matters to me because you matter. Because your voice matters. Because
if his voice matters, then why didn't you put up all his information so he can make a valid point about the shit that he was talking about? Now he's trying to make him look bad. And then that will have his base looking at him like, yep, see, I knew it. People don't even know who Roland Martin is on Dan Abrams' side are now going to look at Roland Martin and be like, dude, you're lying. How dare you say some stuff like that? You know, they've been doing this crap for God knows how. Man, these people are so damn annoying.
Because you've got a big voice in this country. And I get concerned when I see Roland Martin, who I've been watching and following for all these years, saying things to me that seem crazy on Twitter. Again, about it is crazy. All cops should be prosecuted for murder.
I'm done. I you know what I'm saying? I wanted to play the part. That I'm glad that was the last part. What did he just say? He said all of this good stuff about him, and then comes right back out after that and says, I'm just, oh my God, you know, Roland Martin, the one and only, is just on Twitter saying all these crazy things. And oh my, Roland, it's not crazy. Yes, it is crazy. All cops should be prosecuted for murder. Pause right there. That's where I come in. See, okay. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know if any people can remember it, but I can. Right? Grade school. You know what I'm saying? I want to say that at the latest for sure, high school. For sure, I can say high school. Teachers would say things like, okay, you had an assignment and you had to write a paper. Okay. You had to write a paper based on a book that you read. You read the book, you summarize what you read. You break down what it is that you read from cover to cover. Okay. But guess what? If your comprehension skills are very low, right, and you cannot break down the meaning of a particular word in a sentence or a paragraph that you read, you're going to have a very hard time trying to summarize a goddamn thing. It's going to be difficult. And I'm saying it for a reason. I'm saying it because it is. Here on the screen, you see it. Every cop should be prosecuted for murder. That is what pissed me off, because the guy was getting mad about it. You heard him say it. Oh my God, you're saying crazy things. It is crazy that you said that all cops should be prosecuted for murder. Why is that a bad thing? I knew it wasn't a bad thing. They actually think that there are people out there who are stupid, so goddamn dumb, that they have no clue as to what this man was saying. Why in the hell would you say this shit, knowing that all people got to do, if they're curious enough, ask a question, go ask their parents, friends, whoever, go get a book if they got one, if they got a dictionary. If they don't, go on Google and just type in the words and figure out what it is that it means. Okay. Now, what I just said about back in school, teachers telling you to do something and your comprehension skills are not high enough, you're not going to be able to break down what you read. It's the same thing with these words, the same thing. If you have a understanding and you can break down the definition of particular words that you have a hard time understanding, once you do the breaking down part, you look up the information, it is so easy to just, here we go, right? Okay, so prosecuted. Most people know that word is associated with lawyers and going to court. Okay, prosecutor, being prosecuted, prosecution. There you go. All right. Doesn't mean you necessarily know what the word means, but you know what it's associated with. Same thing with murder. Murder is associated with death. The person is dead. They were shot, stabbed, beaten, whatever the case may be, but it's associated with death. They are gone. We all know that. But what is the clear-cut definition of what a murder is? Here we go. Why was he so mad at every cop should be prosecuted for murder? First of all, prosecuted. I looked it up. Prosecuted is you being taken to court. You're being taken to trial, okay, for committing a criminal act of some sort or a violation of law. Bottom line, you did something wrong and motherfuckers are taking you to court, point blank, period. That's what it means. Okay? And even if someone don't believe what I'm saying, just go look it up. And you'll see it. Go to Google, type in, what does it mean to be prosecuted? Just like that. What does it mean to be prosecuted? Type that in Google, hit enter. And tell me you won't find something that says what I just told you. Okay? That's number one. When you do something, when you're being prosecuted, you did something wrong. How the hell are you being prosecuted for being a good person, doing good deeds, doing nothing wrong? Nothing's on your record. You are a flat out law-abiding citizen. You've done nothing wrong. It is impossible to be prosecuted for doing nothing unless you're being set up. That's it. You're not going to court for any other reason. That's number one. Number two, murder. What is a murder? Okay, I said associated with death, right? You're dead. A murder is an unlawful killing of a human being with no valid excuse whatsoever. Well, where have we seen that at? Why is it this shit is so separated? I don't understand. And if you don't understand it, you won't be able to break it down and have a conversation, at least a half-assed intellectual one, with other people. You won't. So when I was watching the video, I paused it. When he paused it, and I went and I looked up, what does it mean to be prosecuted and what is a murder? Okay. If you did not clearly know, and as a matter of fact, hold up. Wait a second. I'll type it in now. There's a word in here I don't think I can say clearly, but that's beside the point. Okay, so but here we go right here. It's just a simple one. I had read something else, but it's basically no, here we go right here. There's two. All right. On the left hand side, then there's a little brief description, you know what I'm saying, little panel thing, whatever to the right. Okay. Murder. Murder is the unlawful killing of another human without justification or valid excuse, especially the unlawful killing of another human with malice of afterthought or so. I can't say the word right. That's the word I was talking about. Let's see here. This state of mind may, depending upon the jurisdiction, distinguish murder from other forms of unlawful homicide, such as manslaughter. Okay, that's what a murder is. Guess what? A murder is not a good thing. It's horribly bad. So again, I'm going to ask y'all, what is so bad about saying that every cop should be prosecuted for the unlawful killing of another human being with no valid excuse to back up the killing that they were just a part of? Can anybody tell me the good thing about that? What is so good about what I just said? Nothing. Okay, go back to the prosecuted one. I'll type it in again. I'll just, man, look, y'all know I'm reading what the words say, man. Like, I ain't making this up, man. So it's like, okay, here we go. What does it mean to be prosecuted? All right. People also ask, there's four of them. What does it mean when someone's getting prosecuted? What does it mean to prosecute someone in court? Court. There you go. You already got a connection right there, but that's just, all right, here we go. What is an example of prosecute? What is another word for prosecuted? So let's look at the first one. What does it mean when someone is being prosecuted? Prosecute is generally found today in a legal context to bring legal action against, for redress or punishment of a crime or violation of a law. Or a violation of law. That's what it literally says in front of me. I'm saying it one more time. To bring legal action against, for redress or punishment of a crime or violation of law. Here is what will really make even like the simplest person sound like they got some sense. They did their homework. Like I just said about the school thing, and the teacher wants you to write something based on what it is that you read. Guess what? If you're reading a bunch of words and you don't know what many of them mean, how are you going to summarize what you read when you can't define the words that you're reading? This is a damn shame. You don't need to be a smartass to understand what I just said. But I'm gonna prove to you that what I just said can be applied to anybody. Just read up on things you don't know. It's simple. Once you get the definition of the words that you have no idea, that you don't have any idea what they mean, like you just don't know, right? Once you have that part done, guess what you can do? Now, a sentence, you can break down a sentence even better than just actually using the words that make up the definition. So, every cop should be prosecuted for murder. Here's what it sounds like when you take out the words and insert the definition. Every cop should be prosecuted for murder. Now, it's every cop should be taken to trial or taken to court. Okay? That's the prosecuted part. Y'all just heard me read that. Okay? I just read it. Every cop should be, where prosecuted was, every cop should be taken to court, okay, for the unlawful killing of another human being with no valid excuse. Can you please tell me why that guy was getting so mad about Roland even saying every cop should be prosecuted for murder when murdering somebody is wrong? Can anybody explain that? Anyone? No. You want to know why? Because that's their way of showing they don't give a damn about the people who are actually being affected by this stuff. Roland sat back and said something too. He was like, it was something that I've said and a lot of people say. You can't come back from somebody killing you. And then they do it unlawfully. Now you 6 feet underground. And while you're in that position, people are actually still roaming, disrespecting you because the interaction involved a police officer having to kill you. You're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. You know what you're going to get? You're going to get what every single black person that has died from police got. Well, police officers don't just go around and harass people and shoot people and beat people for no reason. No. Really? Chauvin murdered Floyd. I just saw something the other day. The cop that shot Taylor, or the cop that was in that case or whatever, he was cleared of any wrongdoing. I wonder why that is. I wonder why Breonna Taylor was murdered, man. But you see what happens when you have a way to defend what it is that you did, knowing that what you did was wrong. All you have to do is switch up the lingo. Just switch up the words. It'll make it sound completely different. All right, like this. If I had a gun and the dude had one and there's a shootout, but he's starting the shooting first, right? He's just busting at me and I'm shooting back. If I kill him, guess what? That's not a murder. I was defending myself. I was not trying to murder anybody. It's unlawful. I don't have a valid reason for doing what I did if I did it first. But if I didn't and I'm defending myself and he dies, it's not a murder. That's why you have all these different murders and manslaughter and premeditated murder and all these different things, all these different ways to describe what you did wrong, not what you did right. It's what you did wrong. That's how these cops get out of that shit. They do something wrong, and everybody that supports them will say everything under the sun to make them look like the hero when the person that they killed, come on, man, they shouldn't be dead right now. They shouldn't. But you got away because of the punk ass uniform that you wear. If I do the same shit that these cops have been doing, they gonna throw my ass under the goddamn jail. But if the cop does it to the person, guess what? They're a hero. You goddamn right you murdered somebody. You know what? They don't give a damn. They don't care. Charges are thrown out, never taken to trial. Yeah, they might get fired, but they can just get a job somewhere else. There's no repercussions. There's no consequences for the shit that they do, because you can simply just change up what it is that they did wrong. And now you didn't do anything wrong. Now what you did was for the law, I guess. Like, you didn't do anything wrong. You basically were obeying the laws. Like, you didn't break any. The person that you killed did in everyone else's eyes. So now it's not murder anymore. There was a valid reason for you committing a murder that basically has no valid excuse, jurisdiction, or, you know, what I just read. You got away with murder. That's why you always hear shit like that. You don't get away with a murder if there are valid reasons for why you did what you did. If you did what you did for a particular reason, it's not a murder. If you did it and you don't have one reason at all, it's murder. So again, why is that dude not happy about, here, play it one more time.
You
should be fired crazy about. It is to me that seemed crazy on Twitter. Again,
crazy.
About it is crazy. All cops should be prosecuted for murder.
Why is he mad about that? Why is he amped up about what Roland said? It's not a question of him retweeting anything. The point of this video is to show everybody that if you didn't have any idea of how to handle a particular situation based on the fact that you don't know what certain words mean, you now have a video to look at and be like, okay, this, if you hear something, see something, and you're very curious about what it means, because it's like all of us do it. Damn, I could have swore that word meant something else. Yeah, I guess I was wrong about that. Huh? I didn't know. I didn't know that. Huh? Okay, learn something new every day. We've all done that. Everyone has, right? I did the same thing last night. 7 minutes into that man's video, and I already had a way to defend Roland, even if let's and again, the point of this video is like it's a what if setup, a what if scenario. What if Roland, for some reason, deleted the tweets, right? But before that took place, the person, which should be him or whoever did it for him, took a snapshot of the shit that he put up on Twitter. Now, instead of having proof to be able to back up what Roland said, now he just has to defend everything with his words. He say, she say stuff, but it's no longer he say, she say, because he has more evidence than you do, right? This is a what if setup. So let's just say that's what happened, right? What if he did that and he don't have the, you know what I'm saying, the information to back it up? What would happen? I just showed you guys what would happen. I just showed you. This clown is sitting here getting mad about the fact that somebody said all cops or every cop should be prosecuted for murder. Why do these white people have a reason for going along with shit that's against the goddamn law? And then got the nerve to go on their shit, social media wise, whatever, and say this garbage and then make it seem like they're telling the truth when, like I just said, man lied on them right there on camera. This isn't a response to something. This is the original tweet. Dumbass. No, it's no, huh? But I also said this. People like him don't care about if Roland can defend himself. That's beside the point. Period. Right? You have people who will support liars, thieves, murderers, whatever you want to call them, right? They will support them to the end of time. Hell, man, people supported Dahmer and Bundy for the bullshit for that fucked up shit that they were doing. People supported, women supported them guys. Really? Did anything that them dudes did could be viewed as being positive? Motherfucking hell no. No. But you couldn't tell the people that supported him that, because they so screwed up in they fucking head. It don't make no goddamn sense, man. God himself couldn't even figure out what the fuck you thinking. Period. You're hopeless. That's what this dude was doing. He knew he was lying, and he did it anyway. He misled the public, and then on top of that, he lied about it. The thing that got me, that triggered me, was when he said, okay, every cop should be prosecuted for murder. He got mad about it. He said it. This is crazy. Roland's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Yes, it is. This is crazy. You seriously? Every cop should be prosecuted for murder? You goddamn right, you dumbass. I just showed you how dishonest and a fucked up person that this dude just made himself out to be. I just showed it to you. He already showed it. Roland already showed it to everybody. I ain't gonna have even close to the views that he had, but he showed it first. I'm showing y'all from a different angle how fucked up he was. Because I just gave you the definition for prosecuted and murdered last time, right? Prosecuted, you're being taken to court for a violation of law, right? A violation. That is violate is not a positive word, okay? Committing a criminal act is not a positive word. Unlawful, that's not possible. I can stop right there. The 4 things I just said are not positive words. There's nothing good about any of the words I just said. But this guy is getting mad about the words being used in his tweet as being labeled a bad thing. He's mad about the fact that, wait, what are you saying? Or like, I don't understand. What is he mad at? I just showed y'all, man. That dude don't give a damn about somebody dying. He just basically told you that. It's crazy that a man would say every cop should be prosecuted for murder when, okay, basically what prosecuted and murder means, prosecuted is not a good thing for, you know what I'm saying, the person on the opposite end. You're being prosecuted for doing something illegal, not right. Okay, there's nothing positive about that. There's nothing positive about murder, period. He's trying to show y'all that it is. Why is he mad about it? How is it crazy that Roland said that? He's okay with people being killed by the police. He loves the police that much that the cop who committed the murder should not be labeled a murderer because he had a valid reason for doing what he did, he or she did. That's their angle. Other people don't see it that way. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do shit. Seriously? It's just like the same way white people have been disrespecting black folks all these years. They literally thought that everything they were doing everything they were doing wrong was right. From the beginning all the way up to now. They're still saying the same stupid ass shit. How dare you say something that is truthful, right? 100% facts, solid, grade A stamp. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't dissect what it is that, that's solid. You can try, but it's not going to work. All right? Every cop should be prosecuted for murder. Again, last time, take the words out, prosecuted and murder. Put in the definition. Every cop should be taken to trial for committing an unlawful, or not committing, but how do I want to say it again? No, I was saying it right. Yeah. Every cop should be taken to trial for committing an unlawful killing, right, of another human being with no reason. None. That's what a murder is. An unlawful killing of another human being, and there's no valid reason for why the person that murdered him did what that person did. They don't have a reason for doing it. They just walk up to somebody and just shoot them in the head. Okay, boom. That's a murder. You're being taken to trial. You're going to be prosecuted for the act that you committed, right? And why are they prosecuting you? Because you committed an unlawful killing of another human being and did not have a valid reason for doing what the fuck you did. That dude was getting mad about that. Everything that I just told you is foul. There's nothing positive of what I just said. But he got amped about it. Roland said some crazy off the wall shit. The reason it's crazy and off the wall to you is because you support it. That's why. And you support the fact that these families lost children, little, 5, 10 years old, grown, 20, 30, 40, 50, women, you know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes just do whatever the fuck they want and get away with it. Again, that's why you always hear me, motherfucker got away with murder. Kyle Rittenhouse got away with murder. If I told your punk ass to go to a goddamn Black Lives Matter protest with your fucking mom, you weren't allowed to have the gun in it. It's like, come on. You see what I'm saying? The Michigan shooting. How many people have heard anything about that since it took place? Barely any. Why? Because they don't care. They act like they do, but they do not care at all. They don't care because so many kids, because I'm old enough to say kids, right? So many kids, they have rights as well. Guess what? They don't have the right to exercise them now. You know why? Because somebody took that right away from them by killing them, and they'll never be able to say anything about what was done to them, right? After the school shooting, politicians are taking pictures with their families and assault rifles. One particular one was like, yeah, saying, you know what I'm saying, need more ammo, or whatever the fuck it was. See, why are you sitting here taking pictures of your family that are holding machine guns and shit when a family of five different kids, all like 5 of them died in that shooting? You come out and promote guns when these kids were just murdered. The guy that did it, the dude that did it, he committed murder. He can give you a reason, doesn't mean it's valid. You have the right to freedom of speech and say what you need to say. That don't mean everybody want to hear it. But you're going to do it anyway. Right? He didn't have a reason for killing them. He just did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's the world that we live in. You know what I mean? Seriously. But see, we live in a world also where it's like there are a lot of people that ain't going to let shit slide. See, the opposition is very, very used to, you know, us not complaining about shit, you know, to a higher level. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to hear any of that. The second that you start talking about shit that's wrong, guess what? The immediate response is a false narrative. You're lying. There's no truth to that. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like you can bring facts to their face and they're still going to keep saying the same damn thing. Why is that? Their base is going to say it and they're going to say it. You want to know why that is? Because they don't give a damn about the person that was just killed. That don't mean nothing to them. It don't. So when I heard this dude say what he said on the screen, I'm not going to sit here and say I lost my mind, but I was so triggered. It was like, whoa. I didn't have nothing to really talk about at that point in time. But when I heard him say that, it was like, damn, okay, you just got fucked up. Seriously, you're done. You know, because Roland said it. After that, he was like, yo, homeboy got blitzed. They lit him up. People, look, regular followers to like, you know, particular people that hold a position that the average person doesn't. So it's like celebrities, regular people, you name it, they were defending him. Why? Because Roland had evidence to back it up. The guy was not trying to hear it. Why? Because he only wanted people to see one part of what he did and then really emphasize how messed up, you know, it was that he said what he said. Nah, bro, it wasn't messed up what he said. What's messed up is the fact that you called what he said crazy, and he shouldn't have been saying that. He shouldn't have been saying it. You were wrong for saying that. Even if Roland didn't have backup, the every cop part, that is so easy to defend. It's ridiculous. I found out how to talk to the people now, right? Like 7 minutes in, I already knew what I wanted to say. Okay. I promise you, it took him longer than 7 minutes to set up Roland. I promise you it did. It didn't take him long. It didn't take his people long to do that. They went to his timeline. They captured it. The part that they wanted, right? Took it back to the show. They invite him on the show. And then they put out a piece of a tweet to mislead the people that would make Roland look like a dumbass. Like, are you serious? That's really what you said? That's what they did. Because at the beginning of the video, Roland said it. Minutes before they went on air, they wanted him to do something. Right? Just go watch it. You'll see what I mean. They wanted him to do something that he really couldn't comprehend why. He was like, I wouldn't necessarily call myself that, but like, all right, whatever. Y'all can call me whatever you want. Like I just said. He said they didn't do nothing hours before. They waited minutes. Okay? What else can I say? I can't say nothing else. Seriously. So that was a quickie. Well, as quick as I could get it. So, hopefully I made my point, because I can make points a whole hell of a lot better than people that are smarter than me. Again, because certain people want to use their knowledge to cover up shit that is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, they think they know everything. You do not have to go to college to have common sense. You do not have to have influence, a lot of power, a lot of money for the same goddamn thing. All you need is common sense and the correct information that will allow you to battle the person that's saying that dumbass shit. All you need to do is common sense. Like, everyone has the ability to use common sense. It's not my fault that everybody don't do it. Because, see, they're trying to make shit more complicated than what it is. It's not. So not using common sense allows them to build up some shit that shouldn't have been built up in the first place. That's what they do. That's why they don't utilize it. A common sense individual will do the same thing that they all hear me saying right now. That man or woman would do the same thing based on common sense and utilizing it properly. What did the other person do? They didn't utilize common sense. They just want the other person to look like a piece of shit. That's it. Right? You said this? Are you serious? That's crazy. Man, you know good damn well that's not what I said. He did it anyway. You know what I mean, man? So it's like, yo, it's crazy. Really is, man. But it's crazy in a weird way. Like, I'm not surprised. I'm not stuck on stupid with it. It's like, nah, I picked up on that shit real fast. I was literally about to do a live stream minutes after I finally came to the conclusion that what Roland was saying was right, what the other dude saying was wrong. You know what I mean? But it's all good. So, with that being said, if whoever is watching it now or decides to watch it later, uh, appreciate whoever does it. And yeah, I'll holler at y'all next time.